Shalom Aleichem, this is Rabbi Kovacs, and Mishnah Yomi continues in chapter 3 of Makkot, just 3 days left after today until Shavuot, and we are in Mishnah Yud. Kama malkin oto, how much do they whip a person who has done something where the court sentences them to get malkut, to get lashing? Arbaim haser achat, it's 40 minus 1. Now, that's a strange way to say 39. Shenamar, because the Torah actually says in Devarim chapter 25, b'mispar arbaim, in the number of 40, which is also a strange way to say 39. So our sages explain, minyan shu samuch l'arbaim. It's the count which is right next to 40. So it's as if you're counting up until you get to 40. It's really only 39 lashes. And it's truly amazing to think that our ancient sages, just to spare a Jew a little bit of suffering, would come up with an elaborate drasha and notice that the words are different. To spare a Jew who's a convicted criminal a little bit of pain, they would say, no, the pasuk means 39 and not really 40. Of course, it's an inspiration for us to try to help our brothers and sisters, our fellow Jews, to avoid pain and suffering as much as possible. Rabbi Yehuda disagrees, says, Arbaim shleimo tuloke. No, it's a full 40 lashes, like the pasuk plainly says. But they ask him, where would he get the extra one? Bein kitofav, between his shoulders. Now, this question, in the Gemara, they explain, when they do the lashes, they would do 2 on the back, 1 on each shoulder, and then 1 in the front. So it's sort of, there has to be divisible by 3, as we will see in the next Mishnah. So if you have 40, that's really an extra one. So Rabbi Yehuda has to put that somewhere. Now let's go on to Mishnah Yud Aleph. As we just said, Ein omdin oto ele b'makut hara'uyot lihishtolesh. We only assess him with a number of makot that you can divide by 3. So what's going on is there's a medical evaluation performed before the court actually goes ahead and punishes the convicted criminal, and they have to see, well, maybe this person isn't in the physical situation where they could tolerate 39 lashes without permanent injury. So if that's the case, so maybe the doctor sees, well, they could take 20. So if they could take 20, that's not divisible by 3, they'd have to round down to 18. The Mishnah goes on, Amadu the couple arbaim, if the doctor said he's strong enough to take 40, which as we said, really he'll get 39, Loka miktsas, but they've given him some of the lashes, the amru, and the doctor who's still there, just in case, she'eno yachol the couple arbaim, he says, listen, he's not going to make it till full 40, he might pass away, he might have permanent injury, pater, so they don't give him the rest of the lashes. But amdu the couple shmona esrei, if they evaluated him that he could take only 18, Mishaloka, and once he's gotten the 18, Amru, the doctor there says, hey, the couple of this guy could go up to 40. He's still standing strong. Potter. Once the doctors in the court have decided to administer less than 39 lashes, they do not change their mind and decide to give more once they've started giving the malkut. Now the Mishnah brings this case, Avar Aveira Sheyesh Ba Shnei Lavin. Someone did one Aveira that actually has 2 different Torah prohibitions. He's now liable to 2 sets of malkut. Like we talked about yesterday, someone could do 1 act and be chayav perhaps 7, 8, or 9 times for 1 single act of plowing if he meets all the conditions. In the Gemara in this parak, they have a whole Aveira Olympics talking about really wild cases that are completely hypothetical, never actually happened, where people could be liable quite a large number of malkut or problems. So in this case, Amadu Omed Echa, they give him 1 big evaluation, and this evaluation is for more than 40. Maybe he could take 42 or 45. Loke, so they give him those lashes, Opater, and he doesn't have to have the rest. Even though really he should have gotten 78 lashes total, as long as he can take more than 40 in 1 sitting, they would give him the 42 or the 45, and then he's off the hook for any more than that. But if he can't take more than 39 in 1 sitting, Loke, then they'll give him the 39 or the 18 or however many medically he can tolerate. Umitrape, they'll send him home to get better. Bechozer veloke, and then they'll bring him back to court to do the other set for the other prohibition that he violated. Yeshar kochachem, we should be zoche to help our fellow Jews avoid any pain and suffering, and assist Klal Yisrael in Torah and mitzvot. Tizku the mitzvot.